Hello everyone, welcome to episode 122 of Chatting with Anthony. For this episode, I'm going to ask you the question, where is your passion? Now, passion is largely, in my opinion, derived from our emotions. I just believe passion is another way of saying it's how much you feel something. It could also be how much you think something, it could really go either way in terms of logic or emotion. But I think your passion is very responsible for partially what you do, but largely how much you do of that thing. I believe it, as a lot of things I talk about on this channel, is a very useful tool, but you have to know how to keep it on a leash. For example, the Bible is an incredible tool. I guess that would be an example of something we shouldn't keep on a leash. I believe it should permeate every area of our lives. But when it comes to, say, your passion for a sport, how much you play it or watch it, more specifically, how much you watch it, I think really we should be more controlling of that. I know I see that in my own life. I need to be more controlling over how much entertainment as a whole, but especially just sports I watch. End of the day, it's just entertainment. It doesn't really do much for me. If I was able to monetize, watching sports, if I was able to make money off of doing sports analysis, then that's great. But right now I'm not, and I'm not attempting to make money off of it. So it's really just entertainment. It's basically a Netflix show. Especially with all of the stuff going on with the gambling. I probably don't need to tell you guys, but a lot of accusations going around at major sports leagues and their dealings, or their players specifically dealings with gambling and getting caught up in that. So, and I guess you could say passion does go into that. I guess the passion is derived from money at that point, but essentially, all I'm really trying to say in regards to this specific point is passion can cause you to do really good or really bad, and you have to be careful about that. If you care deeply about something, you're going to want to behold it. You're going to want to take hold of it and just keep going. And I think that especially when it comes to, a walk with God, for example, it's tough to let him control. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry for the word salad, but you have to let him control where your passion is. Your passion ultimately should be for him and to do the things that he wants you to do. He does provide, regardless of whether it's just passion, resources. He does help provide that for you. Now, there is something to be said for the fact that we're human, and we get sick, we get tired, stuff like that. That does definitely play a role, and I believe he uses that. But all in all, you have to be careful of what you behold. It can get very messy. I believe that through repetition, you will essentially reap what you sow in regards to training your focus and your overall consumption. Now, this could be both. When I say consumption, it could be food. It could be a lot of things, really. But especially with content, you need to train what it is that you desire, but especially what it is that you act on. It's one thing to desire a nice plate of food from your favorite restaurant, but it's another thing to choose to willingly go there, order it, and then eat it. There's something said for impulse control, and just a lot, really, that goes into the thought process behind doing something like that. It's not just especially in today's day and age, businesses want to make money, so they try to find ways to make it as easy as possible for people to order, to lessen the resistance behind it. But that means that we all have to be more diligent in regards to how we approach that kind of thing. I think something that helps is if you're gonna Sorry. Now somebody was about to get into an accident. Sorry for losing focus. I think that taking an approach like when it comes to food, drinking a glass of water before you decide what you're going to eat, I think is very helpful. Just little things that make you at the very least think twice, if not alter your thought process around how you're going to think it. Why do I care about passion? Goodness, it really does just sound like I'm reading from a script, doesn't it? But yes, I mean, passion does have a lot to do with what you care about, but you have to care about what you care about, if that makes sense. You have to be careful with how you utilize your care for useful things. It's very easy to go too far. But I think there are people who have taken things way too far, good things way too far, just because they didn't know how to control their passion. And so I think, and you have to also remember when it comes to our lives as, the mortality of being human, you a lot of times you're remembered for an extreme, good or bad. And so don't just think like try to take that very important, like with everything that you're thinking of doing, try to think like, if this was something that people would know forever, would I do it? And I think that helps, that can very much help you make better overall decisions. But that's all I have for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. God bless. I'll see you bozos in the next one.